you so much to Whatnot for sponsoring today's video. Make sure to stay tuned to get all the details for the amazing giveaway. So we are toy hunting, and today I went to a toy show located at the Space Coast Convention Center, and it had a little bit of everything. I kind of went in really hoping for like Monster High stuff, but not as much this time around. Now, I did find a lot of Barbie right off the bat, and it's so funny. I actually met this woman before who runs this particular booth. She was actually at the last toy show. So if you guys watched my last video that I went out toy hunting and thrifting, you saw a lot of Barbies, and she had more fully stocked, and she said she plans on doing more shows and has more Barbies. So I'm very, very excited to see what other dolls she has coming out in the future. If you see any dolls here that you've either owned or are interested in, let me know. I'm really interested to see what you guys have seen before. They did have one booth full of American Girl dolls. I was shocked. I was like, wow, this is the most I've ever seen at one spot. Most of the time they have like action figures and stuff, but American Girl I was pretty taken back by. It's cool to see it though. Now they did have this, and I'll admit it was hard not to get it, so I bought it. She honestly was really cheap. Like, it was a lot more inexpensive than it was on eBay, because eBay does go kind of high. She does have a lot of like 90s Barbies. Oh, the nostalgia. And look at the packaging. Like, it's so hard to find playsets in box, and she had a couple. Like, that playset was $20. I ended up not getting it, but it was tempting. Oh yeah, for sure, it was. She had a little Christmas tree topper, a lot of 90s stuff. I was just fully living for it. I think it's just so cute. I just honestly, it was hard not to buy everything, because especially when it comes to like 90s Barbies, I just needed my life. Now this gem was tempting just because I loved her outfit. Like, her outfit is so cute, and I actually have one, but she doesn't have the outfit. And then the Mr. T, again, a lot of the nostalgia. And that's something I like about these type of toy shows and going there, is that you really get the nostalgia. You get to see all these old figures, like these Barbies that my mom had growing up. Honestly, this collector had it really nice condition. And then also seeing other things that I really love too. Like, I love Indiana Jones. I love Han Solo. I love, Batman, so seeing all these different things is so cool. Now, this particular booth had a lot of more modern toys, had some, like My Little Pony. They did have some other Barbies. It's kind of cool to see a lot of the same booths at different places. Like this one, she actually makes lamps, and she takes like toys and repurposes them on lamps. And I was like, you know what, these are so cute. So she showed me her book. It's called Sherri's Bright Ideas. And then she showed me some that had, guess what? Monster High characters. Do you see the sirens there? Like, oh my gosh, I literally was flipping out. I was like, oh, these are so cool. And like everything from Mario to a bunch of different styles. And I was like, you know what? I love that she's taking something, repurposing it, being creative. She honestly sold me on these. I thought they were so cute. So I decided to pick one up. So I found these really cute lamps, and I'm actually going to purchase this one to do a giveaway on my next Whatnot live stream. Look how cute it is. It's a Monster High lamp. I love the lamp shade. She does custom toy related lamps, and look how cute these guys are at the bottom. So I'm going to be giving this away at my next Whatnot live stream, which I'll post the links in the description so you can sign up and enter to win this during my live. And she has so many cute ones. I'll definitely be posting more pictures and video in this vlog so you can see all what she makes. But yeah, everything from like action figures to dolls to horror movies, My Little Pony, she's done it all, and I just love it. So this is Sherri's Lamps, Sherri's Bright Ideas, I believe is what it's called, and I'll post a link to her Facebook in the description if you want to maybe buy one yourself. Recently, I've been letting go of some of my dolls to, yes, buy more dolls, but I wanted something that was a little bit more fun, unique, and different than just listing an item to sell. With Whatnot, I can post all of my items, do a live stream auction, have all of you ask questions, I can interact with all of you, show all of the items, and give you a backstory and history to each one. Whatnot's a really awesome app to resell your items, whether it's dolls, pops, or other collectibles. I love being able to connect with my audience when selling an item. My next live stream auction is going to be November 27th, Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, where I'll be giving away not one, but two Monster High themed items. One's going to be the Monster High lamp by Sherri's Bright Ideas, and the other is going to be the Monster High Crew Productions Draculaura. I'm so excited that Whatnot wanted to sponsor me so I could give you guys these two items during my show. So if you're interested in buying some items for my private collection or interested in the two giveaways, make sure to click the link in the description below where you can get a $15 off coupon on your first purchase. There's also a second link in the description below if you're interested in signing up and doing your first auction. Now back to the toy hunt. Sherri's Bright Ideas has some of the cutest lamps. Everything from like gizmo to action figures to horror stuff. This is actually a really fun booth. I'm really glad that I was able to see her again. I've seen her at other shows beforehand. And like I said, I love the concept of repurposing something, you know, taking a toy and making it into something that's a functional item is always good. And like I said, she's really talented. You got a variety of different styles from like Kiss to Star Trek to my favorite is Snake Plissken from Escape from New York. He's one of my favorites. Now, like I said, I love going to toy shows because you get a little bit of everything. There tends to be a lot of Funko Pops, but then there's also a lot of Barbies. Like, oh, look at that table, the sea of pink. I want it all. I want it all. And this particular show was a little bit smaller. Like I said, it was located in Cocoa, Florida, and it was just like a small little like ballroom that had some action figures and some other little toys mixed in. But that's where sometimes I feel like you find the most unique items, whether it's something like this where you just go in a bucket and dig for stuff. Like I saw this doll and I was like, oh, he's cool. And then I was like, no, he's a little strange looking. I don't know what he's from. And then this little like weird dragon character. It looked familiar, but I just could not pinpoint it. Now, I did see a California Raisin plush, and yes, he did come home with me. And that was like $3, and I feel like that's fair for something a little bit more older, and it was in pretty good condition, so he came home with me for sure. This lady was so cute at the table. I was taking video and she's like, you know, I'm gonna have to charge you to take pictures. What are you looking at? And I was like, oh, I'm mainly looking for dolls and stuff. And she didn't have a lot of dolls, but she did have this little Liv doll. And she was just this little tiny lady, and it was just so sweet to me, like pointing out little dolls and stuff that she had in her booth. Now, she had a lot of the Madame Alexander McDonald's toys, which I thought for a while they were a little bit hard to find, but she had quite a few of them. I think maybe the Wizard of Oz one's hard to find. I don't know. Comment below. Let me know if you know a lot about those. But I remember that McDonald's used to do them a lot back in the day, but I don't think that they do that anymore. I could be mistaken. So yeah, oh, and these, oh my gosh, I forgot about those. Oh, I love those. Very 90s. Who doesn't love Cabbage Patch? The little, and these are all McDonald's toys, which are so cute. And I think she had them for $3 a piece, which isn't too bad. You know, one thing I didn't see a lot of? LPS. I think this is the only LPS I saw at the whole entire show. I guess it's just not very popular at maybe the retro toy shows. They do have sometimes occasionally new items, of course. They had some like LOL surprise stuff. They had some, I'm trying to think of any other like newer things. I think Pops would have been the newest thing at this particular show. But like I said, a lot of action figures. They did have these Boglins. I think these are so cool. These are by Mattel. Honestly, they get very kind of pricey, but I love the horror aspect to it. But yeah, retro video games, Star Wars, of course. Yes, there's a lot of Star Wars stuff. This little bin of, at first I didn't know who they were, and then it said Polly Pocket, and I was like, you know what, this is the era of Polly Pocket that I personally didn't collect, because I like the 90s Polly Pocket, and they said it from 2008. So I was like, nothing there I really needed. So I did pretty good this show, not spending too much money besides the Addams Family set. Oh, I just absolutely love that. Now I need the Munster set. So if I have the Munsters, they'll have to stand next to the Addams Family set for sure. This bin was fun. At first I saw it, I was like, oh, a pumpkin. And then I was like, oh, it's attached to the Build-A-Bear. I was like, I got excited. I was like, oh, a pumpkin. I need the pumpkin. But yeah, like I said, a lot of fun digging. And I feel like that's one thing that I really love for when I'm at these places is that the bin searching is a part of the fun. It's like almost going in and trying to find a cool prize or something. Now this I don't remember, by Matchbox, called the Dana Sterling doll. I don't remember this doll at all. Let me know if anybody remembers that doll, because I certainly do not remember it. Next up, Goodwill. You know, some of the things that we find at Goodwill. Now this plush was cute. It's from Disneyland Paris. I mean, I don't know. I thought about it, but I was like, do I need more plush in my life? I actually am doing really good. In my next auction, I plan on selling some of my sloth plushes because I do have a big, extensive sloth collection. And if any of you follow me here on Instagram, you know I love sloths, but I've been cutting back. So like I said, in the auction coming up here shortly on the 27th, I will be letting some of my plush go. They did have a collector's Barbie, but she was $50 and honestly, it was really dirty, so I left it. Goodwill's gone up in price. That's for sure. Even this plate was like $5, and I was like, I don't really need it that bad. Hey everybody, so I'm at the Renninger's extravaganza, and I'm going to be looking for, of course, what are we here for dolls, and I might be picking up some stuff for a giveaway on my Whatnot Live coming up soon, so let's walk around and see what we can find. When we first got here, I was quite hopeful because the last time I was here, which I think they do these extravaganzas every 6 months, it might have been last spring, I actually got lucky and found a lot of stuff. I found dolls, Monster High stuff, a lot of different things. And, they did have a few things, some babies in baskets and other little weird objects that I was just like, but honestly, not as many dolls as I would have hoped to have found. They did have some very unique collectibles. I feel like the aesthetic was more vintage than there was, or more antique than there was a lot of vintage stuff, or a lot of at least retro toys, that's for sure. They did have some things mixed in, like everything from like a couple action figures here or there. They did have one Barbie, which I kind of almost got. It was working woman Barbie, which I just thought was really comical for the time. Beanie Babies, plush, things like that. They did have some unique handmade items, like these really beautiful like crystal flowers, and they had ornaments for like from Disney and from Haunted Mansion and things like that, but nothing that really jumped out at me. So it was a little bit of a disappointment. I was just, going out there going, ooh, I'm going to find some great dolls. I'm going to go hunt. And instead I found like jewelry and clothes, which I don't mind, but that wasn't the purpose of us being here. Now there was a few tables that had antique dolls, like I said, Beanie Babies, a lot of Beanie Babies this round. They did have some Barbies, and the Barbies they did have were unique. They had one particular one called like a Billionaire Club Barbie, and she was holding money in this beautiful gold gown, and I liked her. I thought she was cute, but I don't know, the lady wanted $50 for her, and I didn't really have time to do research on her. I kind of felt bad. The lady was kind of staring at me the whole time, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave it because I'm not too familiar with the doll. I know it's on the back here, it says from 1998 from a club, but I ended up passing. Now, there was some really cool furniture there that I was like, if I had more space, I would definitely buy you. They did have some like Wizard of Oz toys, some Funko Pops. Things were kind of, again, more beat up than they were last year. So again, it was a disappointment. I was really going out here so excited. I'm like, I'm going to find tons of stuff. But that is one thing about a toy hunt, that you do go out and sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. They did have some Barbies on the inside market that they have that I normally go to when I'm out here, but same as they had last time, and they honestly were a little overpriced. Not gonna lie. Now, I had to go to my favorite spot where this lady always has loose dolls, but sometimes I get lucky and she has like Monster High, Rainbow High, things like that. This time she didn't. She had a lot of My Little Pony, Disney dolls, a lot of Barbie out of box, but nothing that really like super stood out to me. I did like this Christmas outfit, and honestly, I didn't really like the Barbie too much, and she ended up just selling me the outfit for like $2, which I was like, okay, that's a deal. I feel like I just wanted the dress. They did have like a Mermaid High, some Barbies that might have worked, but the batteries were dead, so I couldn't really test out properly on the dolls. But I feel like that she always has a big variety, and she normally charges $3 a doll, which depending on what it is, honestly is not a bad price. Like what I said in the past, like the Monster High and Rainbow High ones are totally worth it. Some of the Barbies are a little beat up, but if you're looking for like a weird Disney doll or something older, $3 isn't terrible. I did find this really cool makeup bag at a different booth for $4 and had Barbie. And then, what's this figure? She was doing peace signs, super cute. I ended up putting it back, but what is that? It was so adorable. I was like, oh my god, this is so cute. And this particular booth had like little Hatchimals and loose figures and keychains and plush and just a lot of stuff, a big variety of things. Even these like little like earrings and stuff. There was those little unicorns, and I was just like, these are really cute, but I have to control myself. I've been buying way too many little jewelry things, and you know how I am, which is like, oh, if it's adorable, I need it, right? But I love how like she just had this booth very decorated, very like over the top looking, very ornate. Like it was just a really interesting booth, and it made you just want to go around and look at it and touch everything, which I did. I wanted to buy everything. I didn't, but I thought about it. I was like, oh, this is so cool. I just love how everything's like very ornate and very just kind of like almost like a whimsical feeling of a booth. I don't know how to describe it, but I really liked it. Now, as I round up this toy hunt for this weekend, make sure to click the link in the description below. It's like I said, for the Whatnot auction that I will be doing coming up here November 27th, Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'll be doing those 2 Monster High items during the show as a giveaway. And once again, thank you so much to Whatnot for sponsoring. Like I said, I really it's sometimes hard to let items go, but when you do it in a way where you can interact with an audience and really give a backstory of the items that you're selling, I feel like it makes it a little bit easier. It doesn't make it as stressful to have to let items go, especially when you're finding so many new items like these dolls that I'm looking at right now that I did good. I didn't buy any from this pile, but it was kind of fun just to go searching and hunting. And I think that's a part of why I love thrifting so much, is just that you never know what you're going to find. And then you find too much, and then you end up having to sell things and whatnot. But that works out though, because then you get to like buy new things. You know what? The cycle keeps going. The circle of life. I don't know why that song's coming in my head right now. So until next time, make sure, like I said, click all the links in the description below. You get that $15 off coupon off your first purchase with the link. So until next time, bye everybody.